Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of the Gym Rat Pack Does Entertainment with myself, Larry Olubamiwo, and to my right,
Damien Ashley,
and to my left,
Mr. L Rock.
Yeah, we are here as actors and gym rats to give you our perspective on everything entertainment, specifically movie and TV. So yeah, we've got a few topics today to interact with you on. So yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. And the first topic that we have is the unfortunate death of the iconic Ghostbusters director Ivan Reitman. So yeah, it's only just been released a couple of days ago that he died at the age of 75. So this comes to us via Variety. And it says, producer-director Ivan Reitman, whose wildly successful comedies of the 70s and 80s included the blockbuster spookfest Ghostbusters, died in his sleep on February 12th in Montecito, California. His family confirmed to the Associated Press. He was 75. The cause of death was not released. Our family is grieving the unexpected loss of a husband, father, and grandfather who taught us to always seek the magic in life. His children, director Jason Reitman, Catherine Reitman, and Carolyn Reitman, said via a joint statement. We take comfort that his work as a filmmaker brought laughter and happiness to countless others around the world.
Sure did.
Defo. While we mourn privately, we hope those who knew him through his films will remember him always. Born in Czechoslovakia, which is now Czech Republic and Slovakia, and raised in Canada, where he first met such young comics as his later stars Dan Aykroyd and Rick Moranis. Remember him?
Can't forget Rick.
Yeah, Reitman made his first major impression as a producer of National Lampoon's Animal House. Love that. In 1978, the madcap, wildly successful frat comedy that introduced Saturday Night Live star John Belushi to big screen audiences. He quickly segued into feature directing, and his first two hits lofted another SNL luminary, Bill Murray, to the upper echelon of movie stardom. Meatballs, which was in 1979, which featured Murray as an anarchic camp counselor, and the service comedy Stripes in 1981, which co-starred actor-writer Harold Ramis. As formidable as those pictures were at the box office, they were only a warm-up for Reitman's biggest smash, which he produced and directed. Co-written by Aykroyd and Ramis, who co-starred with Murray, Moranis, and Sigourney Weaver, Ghostbusters was the perfect mating of wise guy humor and creative, big-budget special effects. Well, for that time anyway. Yeah. Pulling in close to $229 million domestically. That was a hell of a lot.
Back then?
Yeah. Back then. I mean,
that's a lot now.
That's a deal now.
Yeah. It was among the most successful comedies of its time. It spawned a franchise that included a hit 1989 sequel and two new Millennium installments, the second of which, 2021's Ghostbusters Afterlife, was directed by Reitman's son, Jason, and reunited the surviving stars of the original film with a producing credit for Ivan Reitman. Though none of Reitman's subsequent features scaled similar box office heights, he maintained his producing / directing profile with a series of comedies that reconfigured the career of beefcake action hero Arnold Schwarzenegger with Twins in 1988 and Kindergarten Cop in 1990 and Junior in 1994.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
He also produced the family-friendly Beethoven movies, starring the titular St. Bernard, and directed presidential comedy Dave, starring Kevin Kline. Yeah, goes on to tell a bit about his history and stuff, but yeah, we don't want to read that stuff. But Leon, I know you're a big Ghostbusters fan. Probably bigger than me even.
Probably.
I'm a big fan. Yeah, so when you heard about this, what were your thoughts?
My thoughts were end of an era. No, definitely Death of a Legend.
Yeah.
Because there's only certain films that have just made it into like film history gold. And that is one of them. Ghostbusters. You just said it. 200 and something million.
For that time, that's phenomenal.
For that time.
Phenomenal.
People would like to make that now.
Yeah.
So to make that back then, that just shows.
And that was just domestically. That wasn't even worldwide.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
So.
And what, obviously, he was slightly ahead of his time for what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure the budget wasn't huge. I'm sure it was big. Because I know they had a lot of hard work to get Ghostbusters made.
Yeah.
Like,
so much practical.
Yeah, so many people, I think they were turned down a few times and all sorts was going on. But yeah, just, you know, introducing us to the Ghosts and Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Because do you remember her before that?
She'd done Alien.
Yeah, she'd done Alien before. Yeah. She did do
What year did Alien come out?
79.
Yes.
Yeah, so
78 or 79.
Yeah.
One of those.
So I wasn't born.
No, but obviously...
And I'm saying I watched, obviously, Ghostbusters before Alien.
Okay.
So that introduced me.
Yeah.
So you was watching Aliens first, yeah?
I watched Alien first, yeah.
Naughty boy. Naughty boy.
What can I say?
But yeah, so, and then, obviously, Rick Moranis. It introduced me to Bill Murray.
Yeah.
You know, Dan Aykroyd.
Because we didn't have access to Saturday Night Live over here.
No.
So we weren't familiar with these people until... So we
Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, that was my introduction to Ernie Hudson as well.
So before that, that's where they came to life for me. So, and he put them all together.
Yeah.
Like the director, he was like, I want you.
Yeah, Ivan Reitman.
Yeah. Obviously, Ernie was supposed to be
Eddie Murphy.
Originally, you know,
Eddie was out making 48 hours.
48 hours. But I just think that changed Ernie Hudson's.
Yeah.
I never knew about Ernie Hudson before that.
Yeah, true.
So put them all on the map.
Definitely.
It's a shame, but
yeah, man.
You know.
But
he went in the nicest way. If I go, I want to go in my sleep.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to know about it. I just want to.
And you know, at the end of the day, like you said, he's a legend. He died a legend. I mean, Damien, I know you're a massive fan of the Ghostbusters films. But also I know you, and I heard you chuckle about the Arnold's films there. Well, I know some of them tickled you a bit. You know, what were you thinking about Ivan Reitman and his career? You know what? It says a lot about someone's body of work when, as someone's reeling off the work they've done, it brings back nostalgic memories of a warm place in your heart. Like that tells you the caliber of director he was, and that tells you like exactly why he's going to be remembered, as Leon put it, like with Ghostbusters going down as what it was. He just made films that, you know, you can sit and watch with your family and have a great time at, and it doesn't matter, you know, which part of the world you're coming from to watch it. I think that's what the big appeal about what Ghostbusters was about. You know, it was so open for anyone to sit and enjoy. And it's the same with like Twins for me. I still love that damn
Twins is amazing.
I love Twins.
Twins is amazing.
Kindergarten, I watched Kindergarten Cop when I was like, you know, 12, 15.
I didn't like Junior.
I didn't like Junior.
Junior, no.
I didn't like
You didn't like Junior at all.
Yeah, I didn't like Junior.
I couldn't even tell you how it goes.
I don't even remember any of the films.
But that's how I know I didn't like it. Junior.
I don't even think I made it all the way through to that, through the end of it.
I can't remember the end of it.
Yeah, I don't even think.
Kindergarten Cop, Twins.
Yeah.
You know, and it showed Arnie in a different light.
Completely different.
Because we knew him as, you know,
action hero.
Beefcake.
And the thing is, so many people have tried to do that. Like Vin Diesel tried to do it with the pacifier.
Get out.
You know, and there's been, like, even Dolph Lundgren did it recently. But like,
you've got to have. Go on. No, you've got to have a little bit of comic timing, but then, as you were just about to point out, you've got to have the right direction, innit? Yeah, there's the sensibilities of Reitman, and I think that's what steered it in the right way, because you look at the gold that he had in the 80s, and you put that together with Schwarzenegger, like literally taking a fish out of water and going, right, you're doing comedy now. I was like, I am? You're doing comedy now.
Nice to see you.
And it just changes it, you know, it just changes it. And like, to see Schwarzenegger in that dynamic, you wasn't expecting it, and it worked so much, because they even started off in a dark way when he's chasing down the guy in the club or the where they are in that shopping mall, and he's all dressed up and he's dark clothed out. So you're expecting a normal thriller, but then it takes a turn when he becomes a substitute teacher. It's like, and it's just brilliant.
I tell you, he actually just to quickly chime in. As you've just described that, you know, I was thinking when you were describing him taking Arnold and, you know,
you're going to say Peacemaker and John
Cena. James Gunn and with John Cena and Batista. Do you know what I mean? It sounds the same thing, literally. Yeah. I
mean, you could say when you look at his body of work, what James Gunn's done now, he's almost like an R-rated version of Reitman. Because the sensibilities are there. He's just, I've been allowed to throw any F-bomb, show some penises and breasts. There you go. But I
wouldn't be surprised if that was one of the guys that he followed as a director.
I wouldn't surprise me.
Heavily influenced.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No, but it's you know, it's as Leon said, like he went out in a way that wasn't painful. We hope in his sleep, and he's left behind a great legacy. He's got his son who's doing wonders. His son, as you just mentioned, he directed the last Ghostbusters,
and by all accounts, that was a really good film.
So his son has already established himself in a lot of ways, not just, but there's a few other things he's done. But it's a loss. He's definitely an iconic director in that regard. So not much more concern. What's your feelings?
I kind of echo what you two said. Really, I mean, obviously, all three of us are going to talk about Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, and to a lesser extent the Arnold Schwarzenegger films. But then remember, they were talking about Animal House.
Animal House.
I remember watching that with John Belushi, who passed away as well. Although that was a long time ago. It's National Lamp. It was Animal House, and there was another one, wasn't it? But also just working.
A few Stripes with Bill Murray.
Stripes, Meatballs. That was the other one I was looking for. But I think he had a great team with him, and so he was a fantastic director. But it always helps when you've got a great team with you. And you've got to remember, for Ghostbusters, he had the SNL lot, who were, I think, it's widely thought of that time period in SNL was the best time.
Oh, yeah, you compare it to now, it's completely different.
You had your Dan Aykroyd, you had your Bill Murray, you had Eddie Murphy at that point as well.
John Candy.
John Candy.
Don't forget John.
John Belushi. All of those lot. And Harold Ramis you got in there. It meshed really well.
He had the Kings. They were kings of comedy.
At that time.
At that time,
100%. And I think he's gone on to then do other stuff. As I said, the Arnold Schwarzenegger films, and he's managed to get the best out of Arnold in a comic scenario. Probably something any other director at that time probably couldn't do. And what I like that he's given his son now the tools to be as great as he was, probably even greater. As you said, he's done other stuff, but obviously I haven't even seen Ghostbusters Afterlife, but I really wanted to see that.
I saw it.
What was your favorite?
I don't know. It weren't so much for me.
Okay.
I wasn't.
Well, I still want to see it.
You watch it.
And
then we'll talk about it.
But I mean, listen, the guy's a legend. The fact that we're even sitting there talking about him
says it all.
Says it all. So, big up Ivan Reitman, and condolences to his family. And, what do you think about, with the death of Ivan Reitman, what do you think about his fantastic career? And do you think that his son is going to be able to emulate his success going forward? Leave us some comments down below and let us know what you think.